What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Power Book 2 Ghost video if you're new. Now, this is going to be my thoughts on Power Book 2 Ghost, Season 1, Episode 7. If you're a fan of Power, if you love Power, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Power Book 2 Ghost, you get them. Now, this was a decent episode. I think episode 6 was a little bit better than this episode, though, just in my opinion. But this episode was still a decent episode. You know, it was definitely worth the wait. It feels like forever waiting a week to watch the next episode. But we can do it because we waited a whole 2 months until Power came back. So we definitely can wait. But it does seem forever when you're waiting a week for the next one. But this was a pretty good episode. I honestly hate Jabari so bad. I hate this dude. You know, maybe I didn't like this episode as much as episode 6 because Jabari was in it. Whenever he's in an episode, it just makes me like the episode less because this dude is so annoying in my opinion. I'm tired of his storyline with Carrie and stuff. Like, I want to see more of the streets in this show. I'd rather see that than his punk ass storyline. I am so sick of him being so obsessed with Carrie. It's just annoying, seriously. And why did I know that somebody was gonna think Carrie was sleeping with Tariq in the future? I just knew that was coming. I actually did think Carrie was gonna sleep with Tariq. Towards the beginning of the season, I really thought she was gonna sleep with Tariq because she wasn't giving Zeke the time of day towards the beginning of this season. She was acting like she was interested in Tariq. Tariq just can't get no action, man. There was a little cheeks being clapped in this episode. Zeke was clapping Carrie's cheeks. I think he said they clapped cheeks like 3 or 4 times or something, so Zeke was really getting it in. Tariq almost got him some dessert. You know, he almost clapped Lauren's cheeks, but he had to stop her from taking off his clothes because he had blood on his clothes. So Tariq got into a little bit of trouble in tonight's episode. And we also found out who Monet was shooting. When we seen the trailer for the second half of the season, we seen Monet was shooting somebody. We thought, you know, maybe it was Drew or Diana or somebody. Or we thought maybe it was somebody that we really knew and somebody major was gonna die on the show. But it didn't happen that way. It was just some dude, some random ass dude that was bringing some product. And it was all because she didn't have like all the money or something. And this dude wanted all the money with only half the product. He only brought her half. And that's just not gonna slide. And she said, look, that ain't gonna slide. And this dude pulled out a box cutter and he tried to cut her up. And, you know, he ended up getting shot. He pushed Monet down and she shot him. And then she stood over him and shot him again. And this is when Diana and Tariq ran up because Tariq came to replace Kane for the drop because Kane got picked up by the cops for a robbery. At the beginning of the episode, you know, he was involved in a robbery that took place at a church. And that was stupid of Kane to do a robbery at a church. That was a stupid ass move right there. I mean, you do gotta feel Kane though for why he's so mad about Monet being so close with Tariq. Kane was around for years. You know, this is his family. This is his family's operation. And Tariq comes out of nowhere and he pretty much is taking over and taking Kane's spot basically. So Kane is mad about it. So you can't blame him for why he's mad. But Kane is being too damn reckless. Now we got another surprise face in this episode. Last week was 2-Bit. This week was Paz. Paz Valdez, yes, she showed up. Sax went to Paz and pretty much lied and said she's being forced to testify because she didn't want to do it. But he said she doesn't have a choice, which I think was a lie. And then she came to testify. And at first she had Tasha's back. But the stuff Sax was saying to Paz on the stand really got in her head. And it made her think twice about it. And she said that Tasha could have some involvement in her sister's death. But then at the end of the episode, Paz came to visit Tasha while she was locked up. And they talked and they kind of resolved things. And it made Paz think like, damn, that motherfucker Sax, he really said things just to get in my head. So she knew the truth. at the end, but she still shouldn't have said that in court. That really hurt Tasha's case. I wish Tasha would find out that Davis is the one that's putting Tariq's name into the case. Like, her own lawyer is doing some shady shit, and I wish she would find out. And I'm so sick of Sachs. This dude has to go. He has to go. Shout out to my boy Shane Johnson. You a cool dude, man, but your character has to go. Now, I'm sick of Riley. Once again, in this episode, she wasn't as bad as she normally is, but Brayden found out that Riley was up to something that night at the party. Trace told Tariq, look, I seen you in my room with Riley. So Tariq thinks that Riley was trying to smash him, but that wasn't the case. So he told Brayden that Riley was trying to smash. He didn't believe Tariq. They got in an argument. Then Brayden was talking to Trace, and Trace said that Tariq is telling the truth about that because he saw them. And then Brayden broke up with Riley. So it was a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, and Tariq saw Riley walking down the street, and he followed her to court, and he found out that Riley is Sachs's niece. So he found this out. Then we seen Drew and Tariq take care of a body, and Tariq was the one that actually wanted to shoot the dude at first because Drew had to shoot him through the windshield to make it look like a mugging. But Tariq was like, yo, let me shoot him. Like, dude, why do you even want to get your hands dirty? Like, stay away from this. He shouldn't have even offered to help move the body. But it is what it is. Tariq has already done so many things. If any of this stuff comes back on him, he's getting locked up. So he needs to be careful. He slowly is turning into Ghost, but Ghost would not have said, hey, let me shoot this dude. Like, nah, Ghost was not that reckless. And that would have been reckless for Tariq to do something like that. I think Drew was wearing gloves, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was. And if not, he's dumb for not wearing gloves, but I think he was. Officer Ramirez gets Kane out of jail, and then it seems as if Ramirez and Kane are going to be working together in the future because Kane tells him that Tariq is now working with the family. That's a quick summary of what happened in this episode. I'll go more into detail in my recap. I'll go more into depth, but I think this was a pretty decent episode. Like I said, last week was better, but this was still a good one. I just got so sick of Jabari in this episode. He's seen that Carrie was with somebody because the student condoms were in the room, and when he went to her room, he seen the condoms laying there, and he seen sports on the TV. But I got so sick of him in this episode, I just couldn't stand it. Next week's episode looks a lot better than this one. It looks so good, action-packed, and I can't wait. But I just am not looking forward to the Jabari parts. This dude has to go. I hope Tariq maybe kills this dude or something, because this dude is causing too much trouble. He's a professor, and he shouldn't be acting like this. He's trying to have Tariq type up another paper just so he can steal Tariq's work. Like, this dude is just trouble. If I were to have to rate this episode, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. But yeah, it was a decent one. What did you guys think of this episode? Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. What are your theories, predictions, and everything else? Comment down below and let me know. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all PowerBook 2 Ghost content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.